front of the most famous place in Hanoi, Imperial Literature. So you know, temple literature, Imperial Academy is one of the various temples in Hanoi of Confucian in Hanoi, not Vietnam, and it covers an area of over 54,000 square meters, and that's all our introduction. So let's go inside to discover more. So we will begin with the literature lake, and this lake is located in front of the temple. You can see it's so clearly here, and literature lake cover an area of over 12,000 square meters, and in the middle of the lake you can see the Kim Châu Mount. This is a place where the scholars always is to declaim poems together, and lastly under the French rule, you know, the literature lake and the temple are split by Hukungsam Street. In front of the great gate, you can see here there are 4 tall pillars, and they are made of brick. And the 2-meter pillars are higher, and they have the flanking young lions symbol on the top. And those symbols are supposed to distinguish good from evil. And the 2 other pillars you can see here, they are the symbol of 4 phoenix, which are spreading wings, and their tails hunted together on the top. So on the top, and I think this is a very popular decoration motif. You can see in pavilions or shrine, and to see here you can see it's out there, which will command the horsemen to dismount to show their tribute. The 3 doors lead into story, and each opening to the 3 doors, which symbolize the way Buddha looks the world in the past, the present, and the future. Above the 3-door gate, there were written literature temple gate, and the shape in relief of 2 dragons flanking in wood. You can see here, and which symbolize the praying for the rain relief, which is the specialty of the red rice agriculture. On the left of the 3 doors gate, there are relief image of fish and dragon gathering in here, or fish and dragon blooming in the cloud, depicting the happiness of successful students. On the right, there are relief image of big tiger going down from the mountain, depicting the graduate start their career with strong confidence. The main door was open only for the king and senior mandarins, while the students and ordinary people will go through the 2 side gates. Okay, we will go inside. You can see here is the first courtyard. The first courtyard has the nicest view and most spacious environment. And the 2 sides of the first courtyard are the grass cover, the trees, ancient trees, and 2 rectangular shaped lake as 2 dragon eyes. The first 2 courtyards are quiet areas with ancient trees and trim lawns where scholars will relax away from the bustle of the outside world. The main axis lead to the Great Middle Gate. Parallel with main axis are the 2 small paths leading straight to the 2 doors. 2 doors at the right and the left. You can see the right is the accomplished virtue. We mean accomplished virtue, and the left is attain talent. This has deep meaning that learning how students will become the qualified man of both talent and virtue, and they will be able to translate into good service to the king and the people. And the Great Middle Gate has 3 compartments, which is built on the high brick foundation. You can see, and the door is painted red, which is symbolized for the lucky and success. The second courtyard has the same scenery with the first one. The repetition of wall of the trees and grass cover, but with the wall fence and the doors is supposed to be successful in making the architecture area more solemn and silent. Okay. The highlight of the second courtyard is Huevan. It was built in 1805 in dynasty of King Huizalong, which means that not at the same time with the other building projects, but it's still quite suitable in terms of philosophy and content and in harmony with the general. It has unique architecture and is a symbol of Hanoi nowadays. It is to be a place where the people comment on the writing and exam papers of contesting. Huevan includes 2 stories, was built in a square-shaped foundation. Each side is 6.8 meters, and story 1 is 4 white brick pillars. You can see here, and story 2 is a pavilion of 8 eaves. 4 upper roofs, 4 lower roofs, and made of wood and brick lacquer. 4 sides of the pavilion were carved 4 round windows with the good stick surrounding, which symbolize Huay Star. Around Huevan, there were parallels sentences, and so this is the end of my part. Next, we will go to the next place.
Hi everyone, to continue our story, I want to introduce you to the next part of the complex, which can be considered the most important part of Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám. This area includes 2 main parts, which are the well of heavenly clarity here and the stately houses, as you can see on the 2 sides of the well. Well, the first one, the well of heavenly clarity, which can be translated into Vietnamese as giếng thiên quang. Giếng thiên quang, it means the shine from the sky reflects into this well. It could help people to clarify their thoughts and minds if there are any dirty thoughts or something like that. And in the old days, there were also some stories like mandarins and candidates. Before they go into the central part of the complex, they have to stop for a while to fix their dress and hats to get ready to the sacred area. And another interesting fact about this well is that it has the shape of a rectangle. There are many obelisks that this shape represents the crowd. So together with the constellation of literature pavilion over there, it means that this place is where the heaven and the earth together, and so has a sacred meaning for the entire area. And as I said before, on the 2 sides of the well there are 2 rows of houses. At the first side, it just looks exactly the same as any temple in our country. However, in fact, it has a really great meaning. So let's come nearer so that we can discover more about these houses. in such close distance, you can see quite clearly in great details of a typical stone ceiling. It was built and erected first in the late dynasty 1484 with the purpose of praising and memorizing successful candidate students in royal exams. As you can see, it is made of two parts. The above is a rectangular stone which on the face has the names of successful students, which often called laureates or doctorates, and the under is the shape of a stone turtle. It is a turtle, but not any other animal, because in Vietnamese culture, turtle is one of four sacred animals, along with dragon, unicorns, and phoenix. And at present, there are only 82 stone stelae in this area. However, in the past, there were actually 172. But after the two Vietnam Wars, this area was destructed heavily. So, however, the remaining has actually has great meaning in terms of history and culture.
Continue our journey, okay? So this area we're standing here, it used to be the Imperial Academy, the first university of Vietnam. Okay. This academy has west and east lecture hall in the both sides. And in front of you here is the library and also the dormitory of students. However, this whole area has been pulled out by the French cannon in 1947. Until the 2000, on the University of Thăng Long, Hanoi, 990 years. The authority of Hanoi has rebuilt and restored it. The house now contains two libraries and the front house and the rare house and also the drum and the bell house as well. Despite these changes, the tourists not usually feel uncomfortable and strange because most of the view it still remains not too different from its origins. Okay. This building we're standing right here, we're sitting right here is the front house. It used to be the shrine, and this shrine worshipped the Confucian's parents. And after being restored, this way was now open for the ceremony and celebration, as well as science and social events.
Oh.
You will see right here is the rare house. It has two floors. The first floor worships Juvenal. The first has miniature of this academy, and moreover, this building is also the place where documents concerning fidelity and education were exhibited.
There are two second story of greenhouse. You can see two relief images. On the right side, we have a picture associated with a very interesting folktale in a calf turned into dragons. A story says that when a calf one turn into a dragon, they must go through a gate. But the gate is located on the top of the waterfalls, very high. So they very hard to go through this gate. So they very angry and they decide to gather together to save Dragon Kings. They want Dragon King make that gate lower so they can easy to go through it. And Dragon King attack, and then Dragon King attack that complaints. After that, so many calves turn into dragons. However, they feel that their lives didn't change anything, just like calf. So they asked Dragon King once again about that, and Dragon King explained that the gate effect.